Have you ever wondered why it seems so hard to save money no matter how much you earn? Welcome to a journey where we'll explore the fascinating intersection of finance and psychology, and learn how to overcome bad spending habits to build wealth. You see, our brains are hardwired in ways that can sometimes make us our own worst enemy when it comes to money management. Our subconscious biases, emotional triggers, and habitual patterns often drive our financial decisions, even when we think we're being rational. But don't worry, understanding these influences is the first step towards changing our spending habits. And that's exactly what we're here to do. We'll guide you through a 5-step solution that will not only help you understand your spending habits, but also give you the tools to change them. So stick with us as we delve into the 5 steps to change your spending habits and build wealth. Let's embark on this journey towards financial freedom together. To change our habits, we first need to understand the root cause, and when it comes to spending, it's often tied to our psychology. This is the fascinating world of money psychology, a study of our relationship with money, our attitudes towards spending, and the unconscious biases that drive our financial decisions. Let's start with the concept of instant gratification. This is our brain's preference for immediate rewards over delayed ones. It's the reason we tend to splurge on a new gadget or a fancy meal, even when we know it might not be the best decision for our wallets. Then, there's the anchoring bias. This is when we rely too heavily on the first piece of information we encounter, the anchor, when making decisions. For instance, if a store tells us a product is down from $200 to just $100, we're more likely to think we're getting a bargain, even if the product isn't worth that much to begin with. Lastly, we have loss aversion. This is our tendency to fear losses more than we value gains. It's why we might hold on to a failing investment, hoping it will bounce back, instead of cutting our losses and moving on. These biases can cloud our judgment and lead to poor spending decisions. But don't fret. Recognizing these biases is the first step towards changing our spending habits. The 5th step to changing any habit, including spending, is self-awareness. It's about having a crucial self-evaluation and genuinely acknowledging what's presented. We need to comprehend our spending behaviors, the rationale behind our acquisitions. Are we spending due to demand, or are we falling prey to the temptation of retail therapy? Are our buys inspired by a yearning to match societal expectations, or to fill an emotional gap? Deciphering between necessities and luxuries is crucial. An effective method of accomplishing this is by maintaining a ledger of your spending behaviors or overseeing your outlays. This isn't about reprimanding yourself for every cent used, but about gaining wisdom into where your finances is being allocated. It's about discerning your incentives, catalysts, and feelings behind your spending. When you're conversant with your spending behaviors, you can pinpoint sectors where modifications can be introduced. With heightened self-consciousness, you'll be more capable of altering your spending behaviors. Upon gaining insight into your spending habits, the 4th step involves setting clear financial goals. This element is indispensable since having a tangible objective can lend direction and meaning to your efforts. Consider your financial goals to be your personal fiscal GPS, steering you towards financial well-being. It is crucial when formulating these targets to ensure they are SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Now, let's delve into what this means. Specific objectives are explicit and well-articulated. Measurable ones permit you to monitor advancements. Achievable goals are practical and within your reach. Relevant objectives coincide with your financial requirements and ambitions. And time-bound goals provide a defined time frame. For instance, rather than generally stating "I wish to save more," your SMART objective could be "I plan to save $5,000 for a house down payment within 2 years." This offers you a precise aim, simplifying the planning of your savings and the tracking of your progress. Armed with clear financial goals, you possess a tangible aim to strive for. Next, let's move on to the 2nd step, crafting a budget. Consider it less of a chore and more of a roadmap, leading you directly to your financial goals. It's a clear-eyed look at where your money is going and the most efficient way to allocate it. To create a budget, you start with a comprehensive understanding of your income and expenses. Write down all your sources of income and every avenue your money takes each month. This would include fixed expenses such as rent or mortgage payments, fluctuating expenses like groceries or utilities, and discretionary expenses like entertainment or eating out. Once you have a transparent understanding of your income and expenses, you can start to distribute your money. There's a multitude of budgeting methods to choose from. For instance, the zero-based budgeting method assigns every dollar a task. This means your income minus your expenses equals 0. You could also use the envelope system, where you designate a specific amount of money for each category of expenses. Once the cash in an envelope is depleted, you've maxed out your spending limit for that category. Budgeting is not about denying yourself, but about making knowledgeable decisions on where your money goes. It gives you the ability to see if you're overspending in certain areas, and assists you in cutting back when necessary. Moving on to the third step, it is vital to identify your triggers. Triggers are those situations or feelings that cause you to spend. They can be as diverse as a taxing day at work, or a sale at your favorite retail outlet. Recognizing your triggers is a vital part of taking control of your spending habits. Once you've pinpointed them, you can devise strategies to either avoid or cope with them. This might involve unsubscribing from promotional emails, steering clear of certain stores, or finding alternative activities that bring you happiness without draining your wallet. Remember, a budget is not a leash, but a tool to give you dominion over your finances. Through the creation of a budget and pinpointing your spending triggers, you are taking vital strides in shedding poor spending habits and accruing wealth. The first step is to practice delayed gratification. This concept revolves around denying the impulse for an immediate reward and instead, aiming for a larger, more satisfying outcome in the future. It's the recognition that life's best offerings often come to those who can wait. When applied to finances, this translates to choosing to save now for a more significant acquisition later, rather than instantaneously spending on smaller, less essential items. But cultivating patience in a world accustomed to immediate gratification can be challenging. How can one go about it? An efficient approach is to incorporate a waiting period. When you feel the temptation to make a non-essential purchase, try holding off for a predetermined interval, perhaps a week or a month. More often than not, you'll discover that the urge dissipates with time, safeguarding you from needless expenditure. Another method is envisioning your long-range goals. Keeping in mind what you're saving for can simplify the task of resisting fleeting temptations. The ability to delay gratification plays a pivotal role in accomplishing financial success. So, there you have it, the 5 steps to overcome bad spending habits and build wealth. We've journeyed through self-awareness, setting clear financial goals, creating a budget, identifying triggers, and practicing delayed gratification. These steps aren't just strategies, they are crucial lifestyle changes that can help you achieve financial freedom. Remember, changing spending habits is not a quick fix, but a journey. Start today, and you'll be on your way to financial freedom. Before we wrap up, if you found this video helpful and want to continue your journey towards financial freedom, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We're dedicated to providing you with the knowledge and tools necessary for mastering your money. Sharing this video with others who might benefit from it could be your first act of financial wisdom.